Hello and welcome to our family workshop. Now in this video, we are sharing with you our top tips for anyone who's interested in getting started with the scroll saw. If you are going into this as a hobby, as an interest, or just finding out whether it is something that you want to pursue, there are many entry-level options that are likely to be suitable for you. If, however, you are looking to go into it more from a business point of view, our own advice is to bypass the entry-level machines and to seek out something that is just a little bit better quality. Our own experience, we have always worked with the Hegner Multicut 2S. For ourselves, it does a fantastic job and it has worked well for what we need for the last 20 years plus. When it comes to the scroll saw, there are many opinions, there are many options, and you will find out that we all have our own preferences. So my advice is do your research, look at what the different machines have to offer you as well, and get the right machine for what you need. There are a few things that I would take into consideration. One is the size, as in the space that you have available to you. Find a bit of information about the amount of noise that the machine makes. Different machines are louder and quieter, depending on where you're going to use the machine and your circumstances. That may be something that you need to look at. If you're in and around other people, it may be a bit frustrating for them with the noise of the machine going. So you might need to select a scroll saw that is a bit more quiet. Research is definitely something that you want to spend some time doing before deciding on your machine. Another area is maintenance. Can you easily get replacement parts for your machine? Because from time to time, things will go wrong. Is it a machine that has known issues? Look around forums, look around different videos, look around what people have written and said about the machines. Do your research on your machine, it'll save you in the long run. Find out about the companies. Some companies are better when it comes to dealing with issues, others it proves more difficult. And in this context, if the company you buy your scroll saw from, the first problem you encounter, you have to buy another machine, the whole thing becomes that much more expensive. Another consideration, blades. This is a massive subject, but to just touch on it in a very simple way, the first thing you want to look at with your scroll saw is whether it takes pinned or pinless blades. Our own thoughts on this then, if you can get into pinless blades, you have some fantastic options and the drill holes are finer and smaller, allowing you to do more delicate projects. So check out your machine, do your research, it'll set you in good stead before you even get started. A final note on this, if we do a comparison with what we do when it comes to equipment on our YouTube channel, we have a wide variety of camera options available to us. However, I select a good professional standard camera to do our work from because the results that it gives you and the quality of the output is superior. So if your budget will allow it, if you have the budget to purchase a better quality scroll saw, do your research and find out the best machine to get started. Moving on to our next tip, and this is to be aware that you are going to need other equipment in and around your scroll saw. So this has to be a consideration. You might have to budget accordingly. For instance, you will need a hand drill or a pillar drill. Now you can get away with an entry-level basic hand drill for doing the drill holes for your pierce work. However, if you are getting into scroll sawing, doing internal cuts is one of the big parts of the process. So you're going to need some method of drilling out those holes. skills. Additionally, we advise getting a belt sander to sand the back of your projects nice and flat so they sit easily on the scroll saw bed. But again, you can get away with a fairly basic entry-level machine. It's just being aware that there are those aspects to the process of getting into scroll sawing. You're also going to have to consider getting a sturdy base to put your scroll saw upon, and there is the blades question again. Purchasing quality blades. And initially, I would suggest getting a few different types of blades to try out to get an idea of what suits you best and what's going to work most effectively for the type of scroll sawing you plan on doing. But again, do your research, make sure you get the right one to do the job to the best of your ability. Additionally, you're going to need wood or whatever material you are working in to do your scroll saw projects from. For example, ourselves, we source a lot of our wood from old furniture and recycling it from old buildings, door frames, window frames. So you're going to need some way of sourcing the woods, and you're also going to need products for finishing. We use shellac sanding sealer. Again, you can use whatever suits you best. So that's our second tip, is just to be aware of some of the equipment, tools, materials that are going to be necessary in and around your scroll saw to get yourself started correctly. Our next tip is considering your circumstances once again, and this comes down under the idea of how much space you've got. If you've got plenty of space, you don't have to worry about it. You can buy whatever machine you want to and whatever equipment you like. If you've only got a little amount of space, you may need to be more aware of the size of your scroll saw and the amount of equipment that you purchase. Being economical in your use of your space will be a necessity if space is at a premium. So that's another little consideration. Check out the size of your machine before you purchase it. Does it fit with the amount of space you have? Our next tip, budget. If you're doing this as a hobby, as an interest, if you're not sure about whether you're going to continue doing this, budget is a consideration. Equally, if you are doing this as a business, budget comes into the equation as well. How do you plan on getting your money back? If you are doing this as a business proposition, you have to have a plan for the projects you're going to make to get the money back into your workshop. Think it through as well when it comes to other pieces of equipment, drills, belt sanders, the materials. Work out your budget and plan accordingly. Moving ourselves a little bit forward then, and this comes up to the setting up of your machine. And we recommend having your machine bolted to a base and the base bolted to the floor. One of the big factors when it comes to scroll sawing that influences the quality of your work is the amount of vibration on the machine. We want to keep this to a minimum, so make sure that that machine is securely fastened to a sturdy base so we have the absolute minimum amount of movement from the machine whilst we are cutting out. So setting up is an essential part to get right in order to allow you to do the job effectively. Our next tip moves us on to actually working with our scroll saw. And this tip is just to emphasize the point, learning takes time. So don't expect your first project to be absolutely perfect. We always advise to keep it simple to start off. You're going to make mistakes, things are going to go wrong, learn from it and develop your skills accordingly. But have patience, give it time, you'll develop your skills and eventually you'll get to the standards and produce the work that you want to. Further in that point then, our next tip is to challenge yourself. So as you go through that process of learning, you'll reach certain levels where you think, I've achieved certain things, but keep challenging yourself. Keep trying to be creative. Make your own templates. Make your own designs. is we always encourage others to have a go at making their own projects, designs, and products. We offer a wide variety of different free templates through our website. But that's not to say that we don't encourage you to do the same and develop your creative skills. For ourselves, that is really where it becomes the most fun, is developing our own ideas, and that way you get to enjoy the creative process from the initial idea that you have through to the finished product. And in that, you will find it the most rewarding to do. Our next tip is in a slightly different direction to our last tip, and that's to get inspired. So whilst we encourage you to get creative, and whilst we encourage you to enjoy the process of being creative from start to finish, we also think it's a good idea to get inspired by others. So you've got groups, you've got YouTube videos, you've got forums, all sorts of different things. Helps to keep you fresh, helps to give you ideas. Seeing what other people do can give you creative inspiration, and you can take ideas, methods, techniques, projects that others have developed and adapt them to make them your own. So take inspiration, take encouragement, take ideas on boards and use them in your creative process to make them unique to yourself. Our next tip is one that we always put in when it comes to anyone who is learning to work with the scroll saw, and we'll take the quote from the boxing: protect yourself at all times. The scroll saw, we regard it as a relatively safe piece of equipment. However, we still need to protect ourselves from the dust with a mask. We need to protect our hearing using the ear defenders to protect our ears, and also protect our eyes using goggles or a shield or a mask from any blades that do break. Another tip then we encourage as you are developing your scroll saw skills: if you find you reach a level and you're starting to get satisfied with your level, give yourself other challenges. Scroll sawing is one part of what we do as woodworkers, but there are so many other skills you can develop. So challenge yourself to develop new woodworking skills. What this allows you to do then is to create even more unique projects, because you can combine your different woodworking skills together to create unique projects. So for example, we are wood carvers. That's our background, and we incorporate our wood carving skills and our scroll sawing skills together to create unique individual ideas and projects. So learn new skills, use them with your scroll saw skills to become more individual and more unique in what you do. And now our final tip, and the most important tip that we can give you if you are looking to get into scroll sawing and you're not sure about it: remember, get yourself a scroll saw, start scroll sawing, it's great fun. The people in and around scroll sawing, you'll find they're a fantastic group, always full of encouragement, they're always full of ideas. Take inspiration, give inspiration, and together we can develop the community in and around scroll sawing. If you're thinking of getting into scroll sawing, our machine of choice is the Hegner Multicut 2S, a fantastic piece of kit that has done us a brilliant job for over 20 years. We know there's all sorts of machines out there and there are lots of different opinions, so feel free to share your own thoughts, your own scroll saw of choice for everyone in the comments section, because it helps others to get involved in scroll sawing. If you've got any questions about getting into scroll sawing, about how to get started with scroll sawing, remember, get those in the comments section below as well. So there you go. If you are new here and you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you know when we upload another video. And as always, thank you again for watching.